So with music, it's actually maybe a physical thing. It's maybe like food, and it's food that I've had since I was 3 years old, and so I never want the menu to be the same. And I would like to provide other people with the same nutrients, and especially in a world where there's very few nutrients being produced, I think it's an important thing. Actually, my first recital was in Stockholm. More than that, it's the first place my feet touched ground outside of the United States. And then the Golden Circle was a fantastic place to play first. If you think of jazz as an American thing, which I think it is, the American players tended to create tension in their playing. European players in general are more reserved, more cerebral. I wouldn't say more laid back, but more classical oriented. Having two bands for a while was perfect. I could get both sides of. I shared what they felt, you know, the tension thing, but not. I didn't want it forever, and I didn't want it all the time. There was a relief valve there that I didn't have in the American group. They were willing to try whatever it was that sounded right, and that let me off the hook a little bit about writing. Energy comes from curiosity and desire. If you don't have desire, you know, you don't have energy. In 1985, when I recorded Spirits, it was, in a way, it was a reaction against the so-called legitimate music world. I almost had a nervous breakdown, and instead of having that, I came in here and started recording those. Well, the land the studio sits in is Native American land, so I just kind of picked up a flute and started to play, or picked up a drum and started to play, and it eventually started to sound like it belonged where I lived. And it was the first time I felt like I was actually making music from my house, not from what my house really, from the land around the house, and what might have happened here and what the culture relationship was. So that took me right back where I belong, you know, to this openness to things.